Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am your host, Morrigan, and today we are going to be doing a reaction to a video called Springtrap versus the Trapper. Now this was suggested in my Discord by Ainsit around a little over a month ago, and I did promise him that I would get to this video at some point, and this is going to be that video. And I just want to thank you all very much for the support that this channel has had. Even though there's only been 4 videos uploaded, work and life has gotten very, very hectic for me. And I am just very grateful that you guys, love the content that I put out and have been very engaged in it. And I'm going to continue to do my best to give you guys the best content that I can and as often as I can. Now, like I said, VTubing or PNG tubing is not my job. It never will be, most likely. So it's just something I want to do from time to time when I have fun. I try to stick to a, video every 2 weeks schedule, and it was working for a little while. But like I said, with work and everything getting very hectic, it's not something I can exactly follow now, so it'll be something that I kind of just do from time to time. And I will be doing more than just reaction content too. I will be putting a review up on the channel sometime soon called my Mecha Break review, because I'm loving Mecha Break. It's such a fun game, and I really want to talk about that. I know it'll be a little bit different than these reaction videos, but it is something that I want to be able to do for you guys. But without further ado, let's get into the video, and thank you, Ainsit, for requesting this in the Discord. And if any of you would like to request future videos, please join my Discord. Link tree will be in the description below.
The smell of a rotting corpse. Guilty as charged.
Oh, that's really interesting. They gave Trapper a voice. I literally didn't even think about the fact that, when we play Dead by Daylight, we don't hear any of the killers speak. So hearing Trapper's voice is very interesting. I also just realized I didn't even make a prediction on who I think is going to win this matchup. So I'm going to do that right now. My money's going to be on Springtrap. Number one, I can't really see Trapper doing much damage to a robot, essentially. I mean, Trapper's not exactly known for using, like, tasers or anything like that. So I don't really know what Trapper is going to be able to do against Springtrap. But I do find this setup very interesting where, Springtrap's just kind of waiting for him in his cabin. So I find that to be interesting. The animation is really, really good. But yeah, overall good product, production value so far. And I'm just really interested to see exactly how this fight is going to play out.
You're not from round these parts, are you?
How'd you guess? Is it the accent?
Because locals know to stay very far away from this place.
God, I'm shivering balls right now.
I'm gonna stuff you back in whatever coffin you crawled out of.
Buddy, if only you knew how many coffins.
Stay there.
And just like that, Springtrap's breaking out of the bear trap. Man, this is one of these fights where, like I said, I don't know what the Trapper is going to be able to do. I mean, if Springtrap is able to get out of the trap, and that's literally the Trapper's, like, special skill, I can't see exactly how he's going to be able to beat Springtrap. Like, to me, it just doesn't seem possible at all. I just think it's also kind of comedically funny where he just sets him into a trap and then literally 2 seconds later just removes it, throws it at him. It's pretty funny, I'm not gonna lie. And it kind of, disrespectful, if you will, on the name of the Trapper. But yeah, now that it's very apparent that traps are not very effective against Springtrap, man, that's going to be a tongue twister. I'm very interested to see what else Trapper has up his sleeve, unless he has like a mega trap that we've yet to see, which could could be something. It's not out of the realm of possibility, considering it is an animation, but you know.
I've had my fair share of these. I'm kind of sick of it at this point.
I genuinely find it funny how easily Trapper is able to not only tackle Springtrap, but kind of just toss him around, you know? Like when it comes to something like this where you have two killers going against each other, having it be so lopsided on a physical power scale is very interesting to see. And the thing about Springtrap is, though, in the Five Nights at Freddy's games, we don't actually see him and his actual strength level, because he's mainly a child killer outside of, the movie and stuff. But even in the movie, he seemed pretty powerful because of the animatronic suit, and animatronics are able to kill fully grown people in the games by stuffing them in suits and stuff. So I mean, I don't know, I would think he'd be able to be stronger than Trapper, but then again, the power scaling for that is a lot harder to judge when the two game styles are drastically different.
See, that's your first issue. Your choice of weaponry is too bulky. Though I suppose, bad neighborhood, right? You're all showmate.
Let's see how loud you are with your throat ripped out. Little rabbit.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Okay, now this seems like some contrived bullshit. You're telling me in the beginning of this fight, Springtrap can get out of Trapper's trap really quickly, and now he's struggling to get out of the trap? This just seems like a very contrived way to try to make this fight more even. Like, normally these kinds of things in fights are... For instance, it's not like they can deflect the ability, but then the next moment they can't. Like, by making these fights have this one plot device, or they can, deal with a problem at one moment but not the next, just seems like such a contrived and copped out way to make the fight much closer than it actually is. So I do find that to be kind of ridiculous in my personal opinion, because it just doesn't make sense logically. I know that this happens sometimes in movies, but it's something that gets critiqued in reviews because it makes no sense. And now they give Springtrap a car. Honestly, I was not seeing that coming. Like, a car being used in a fight normally is not exactly something you expect. When slashers tend to fight each other in the movies or in a video game type sense, cars are normally not the thing used, unless you're talking about like Terminator, but Terminator I wouldn't exactly consider a slasher. That would be more of a motorcycle. But this is interesting, a very interesting turn of events, but it also makes sense because William Afton did kill, I believe it was Charlie, outside of one of the pizzerias, getting out of this car, so it makes sense. I just was not expecting it. Bro, you are kidding me. This is actually comical. He gets into a car and the trapper squares up like he's gonna get into a fist fight with him and then he just gets ran over. What is that? I'm sorry. Whoever made this skit, this seems like probably the most ridiculous part of the fight so far because there is no way this guy just squared up like he's about to get into a fist fight with a car and then just gets ran over. Like, I don't know who thought that was a good idea, but it's not scary in the slightest. It's just funny and nonsensical. Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna square up with a car. I'm gonna fist fight the car that's coming at me at like 50 miles per hour. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna win that fight.
I hope you had insurance.
Eat this.
Oh, so now we're going to be using a train track to kill this guy. That's actually kind of creative, I'm not going to lie. I mean, watching the fist fight is kind of robotic. I mean, I get Springtrap's a robot, but even watching the Trapper, it's kind of robotic in the movement. But I gotta say, Trapper using a shield, or excuse me, a shovel, a hook, and now, you know, part of a railroad to kill Springtrap is actually pretty creative stuff. And the fact that this guy just lifts it up out of the ground like it's nothing goes to show that he is really strong. Like I said, power scaling wise, I don't know how, you know, strong Trapper is compared to Springtrap physically speaking, but to me it seems like Trapper is just overall physically strong.
Say hi to the kids for me.
Tell him yourself.
You sore loser.
Oh, I guess the Trapper did end up leaving a big trap in the end. C4. Classic C4. I had a feeling that Trapper, like, I was like, well, if his normal traps aren't gonna work, there's gotta be, like, some special trap he leaves in the end. And, of course, it's C4. Makes a lot of sense, especially since it's in a mine. Well, I guess TNT would make more sense, but I was expecting this. just as I suspected, Springtrap won the fight. I mean, in my opinion, I kind of expected that to happen, mainly just because, you know, William Afton is not exactly a dumb kind of killer, and, you know, not to mention, he always comes back. That's like his signature phrase. But I gotta say, the Trapper put up a good fight. I honestly was not, like, I thought that Springtrap would win, but at the same time, I was also a little worried that he wouldn't, because I'm not exactly sure about the Trapper's like capabilities completely and fully and his complete lore. I play Dead by Daylight, but I don't play Dead by Daylight in the sense of like I look into the lore. I have some friends that are lore nerds on pretty much anything video games or movies or comics. They would be able to tell me exactly how all that stuff works. I know enough for some franchises like Darkstalkers and stuff like that, obviously, but when it comes to games like this, that kind of stuff just doesn't matter to me. But like I said, I expected Springtrap to win, but physically I didn't know that he was weaker than the Trapper, so we now have that covered and cleared. But yeah, I expected Springtrap to win, but honestly, the cars getting involved in the mailbox truck, mail truck and stuff, like I was not expecting that at all. That was something completely out of left field. Very surprised by that. But yeah, so that'll do it for the video. It was really nice to honestly get to react to something again for the YouTube channel, because it has been a hot minute and whatnot, but this was a fun time. And again, thank you to the subscriber who recommended this to me. It was a fun time. Didn't know exactly what I was walking into. You know, obviously this isn't something like Master Chief versus Doom Guy where it's a, you know, huge event that people have been waiting for a rematch on, but it is still something nice to watch. And the next video that I do will be a straight up review of Mecha Break, so that is what we have coming next. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and I will catch you all in the next one.